Boop, boop, and it just cuts off like that. Hello, everybody. Hi. Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. Get it out, Tish. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. How are we going? I'm just doing some last minute things to get the what's this thing called? Get the live stream happening. What is this? What am I doing? What's happening? How are we going? I am excited to be here. Oh, what am I doing? I am. I swear I'm excited to be here. We're going to look. I just finished dinner. I don't have my slow cooker yet, so I have not had pie in a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 weeks. It's my favorite. I love Guinness pie. It is the best. Luckily I've got my other food favorites. I have Gippsland yogurt, custard tart, and barbecue rice crackers. Yeah. Did you want to know that about me? Doesn't matter. You know now. Work's still going good, and we have a delivery date for our furniture. Hooray! Next Wednesday. I got to tell you, the bed, the blow up bed. Look, it's better than it used to be. A blow up bed used to go down in the middle of the night, you know, just a slow like, and by the end of the like sleep, your hip would be touching the ground. Minnie, what are you doing? Get out of there. Yeah, and you would be very uncomfortable. So we've come a long way. But I'm very much looking forward to sleeping on my bed. And it was really complicated to tell the lady who's been organizing my move. I'm like, okay, so some of my bed is in the dining room, and some of my bed is in out the front, and some of my bed is in the bedroom. And I was talking to her yesterday, I think, and she was like, I said, oh, I had a broken air conditioner and I had to go to the room with the air conditioning. So the bed is all over the place. All right. We are watching Grodie Brodie. Can I just say, I'd just like to make this legal statement. This stream is meant to represent our opinions and not legal fact. We have the right to comment in this way based on the law in the United States, Canada, and Australia. That's for a Clowntown stream. It's relevant now because like the video or whatever, so that's another one. The Enagic people could get litigious. We're all Australians, so they feel like they can intimidate me with their money. Kylie tried it. How'd you go with that, Kylie? Kylie, whose boyfriend that she retired and now he's back at work. They are with the company Enagic. Enagic sells water filters, well, water ionizers, a shower head. Minnie's like sleeping at my feet, but there's not really anything for her to lay on except for like one shirt. like that's sort of constituting a washing pile at the moment out here. Yeah, Kylie. I don't think she's still not legacy, but she was talking about how Christy got her legacy check, and she was really excited for Christy. And she was like, "You went first, so we could go next." You've been saying that for a while. You've been saying it for a while. And Grodie Brodie is his company Online Empires? I think it is. Shout out to the Enagic crew on Instagram, doing the hard work on Instagram. I feel really bad because I don't keep up with the chat. I'm a bad chat keeper-upper. I apologize. It'll get a little bit easier with work. Just be, getting used to a different system and using different things. So yeah. Let's we've got before we start watching the video, Sunday for the Australians, midday, and Saturday evening, either 6 or 7 p.m. Check your local channels for the time. Myself, Clowntown, and Savannah Marie are doing a retrospective of paparazzi. We did one of Monet last year, and we had a timeline. This time, we're not going to have a timeline. Sorry to disappoint everybody, but we are going to have a PowerPoint. Ooh, it's going to be good. I'm excited about that. All right. Grodie Brodie has a big team. He is getting legacy. He's one of the people who's getting legacy. Doesn't deserve it. He's a scumbag, in my opinion. That's my name today. All right. Oh, that's not what I want. I might not be able to watch the whole thing just because it's long. It's 55 minutes. This man never met a culture he didn't want to appropriate. Let's just say that much. He really likes to appear not as a white cis het man,
Good, mate.
Oh God, is someone having a piss? Is that what's happening? I hope there's no kid on this because I haven't pre-watched this. All right. Hopefully someone can tell me if the sound is working. I'm gonna have to check it myself. Whatever. Cortex. Let's see. The microphone is working. That's good. No audio output. Okay. Let me test it. I just got to get onto my account, but as a different person. Okay. Turn it down. And let's see.
And mate, I'm just gonna fill up the kettle here.
No, I can't hear that. What the heck happened? Let me do that. It's not going to be the loudest, but that's okay.
Clean water from the KA. I'm going to do a little bit of a live training for the Online Empire team, my son.
Ick. Let's see if the sound is working. See, I'm watching myself. Okay, sound is working. I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like the video before I go. How about I do that? Good work, Tish. I'm the other person in the chat at the moment. All right. Oh, that was early. I got my Twitch bot real early. Thanks, dude. All right, let's keep listening to this idiot. It wasn't someone taking a piss. It was the K8 machine, and he's going to do a bit of a training.
So I love it. And then, if you want, we can go to go-karting if you want, mate.
Oh, the kid's going to be on.
9.5.
Please don't put your kid on screen. Why do you need to do that? This guy thinks he's super cool. Like this type of guy, like he's got the full beard, man bun, and you know the whole deal, and he thinks he is super cool, like super cool. The aesthetic is it, you know, like he thinks that he has, like, he's peaked. He's got the tattoos, the everything. Like he's dressed. This is a costume. He's dressed as an alpha male. That's what you're supposed to get out of this. Like he's the dude. He's the guy, you know? And my mic is not on the right setting. Okay.
Well, if go-karting's open, we'll go go-karting. Jess, Brodie, legends. So what I'm going to start doing inside the Online Empire Instagram group, because we've got so many updates at the moment, is a little bit of a Q&A. So, you know, there's lots of people following my page here who aren't necessarily my downline, but wanting some help with mentoring and coaching and asking questions.
From you. Hello, Dee. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're well. Everybody say good morning to Wendy. She's amazing and I love her. Okay. Did I want mentoring from you, dickhead? Oh no, is it 13 minutes in yet? This is the quintessential upline hubris right here. He thinks he's like really good at stuff because he did well in an MLM, but he's not. He has low morals, in my opinion, and doesn't care how many people he recruits into this. Isn't it good that he can be like dad of the year and take his kid go-karting? He's the best.
Questions in your business. Obviously, we've had a lot of success in my team. We're doing anywhere from 400 to 500 units a month. So I wanted to create a space for everybody.
Yeah, that means 400 to 500 units. You're getting people to buy stuff, convincing them that this is going to pay off for them. I don't think that's a gag. That sounds like what it already sounds like, which is saturation. Saturation? And that's what it is. It's coming. It's coming for you. What the hell? How did I just start an Erin video? Happy birthday to Erin. Hello, William. Yeah, I was a bit. I wanted to watch this terrible Brodie video, but and I was going to make a video last night, but I decided to just do it live tonight. In my opinion, this man sucks.
Whether you're my team or not, where you can ask me questions in the comment section. Now,
Can we ask him questions? Would you like to ask him some questions? I'd like to ask you some questions, Brodie. Talk much? No, that's bad. That's a bad question. That's not the best question. But this is the guy who's like, I'm the best. I'm the best at this. Like, you can't touch me at it. I'm the fucking best at this. Just ask me about it.
this isn't a place for a pity party or, to play a victim. We are all CEOs of our own business, and our results.
No, you're not. You're contracted salesperson. Yes, William, this is an Enagic bro. The top of his team, still under Christy and Clint. But yes, he's one of the tops. Yeah. Is it not going to be victim blaming? Why would you say that? Why would you even mention it? Sounds like you're talking out of scarcity. Just saying.
Results are a direct reflection of our efforts and consistency. But if you have a general question without complaining that you would like help with in your business, please drop it in the comment section. I'd love to answer it for you.
If you've got a question without complaining, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? What questions are you getting? Why would that be a caveat? I'm trying to think of a question I could make that would be complaining. Why are you a dickhead? Yeah, that's a question. That's a question. Like, and I'm also complaining that he's a dickhead. Good point. Good point, Brodie. Because I'm sure that you don't really want to answer that question. The finger banging killer rapper. William, I've never heard Clint described as the finger banging killer rapper. And I don't think I'll ever describe him as anything else ever again now. Yes, Brodie didn't start the Brotherhood, a Legacy Brotherhood. No, same MLM, MLM. That's this guy's upline. Clint is the rapper, and he is his upline. I think direct to Clint. Yes. So Brodie is his team is called Online Empires, and he does have the Legacy Brotherhood guys in his downline, but they're a team that's a bit further down. I don't think they've got anyone in Legacy yet. So, yep, he does. Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting caveat. But like, what else? The company, who would be asking him a question like that? I think it's just a really strange caveat when these guys are usually blowing smoke up each other's butts, like, 24/7.
I am going to make myself a little bit of a coffee, and then I'm going to sit down with you guys for 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, answering any questions that
55 minutes, unfortunately.
come in the comments section about the business. So this is more for people who have already invested into the Enagic opportunity, and you've got some questions around ads.
Yeah, the question is, why is that your only fucking, like, thing that you do? Why is that the only tactic you have? And why do you expect people to shell money out for something that they might not get paid for? Why is this public then? If this is just for Enagic people. I mean, thanks, because I'm going to clown on you, but, just put it in the team page, dude.
Talking to leads, sales calls, mindset, anything like that. Put it here and I'll answer it. Specifically, anything about ads and marketing and stuff is definitely my jam.
Is it? Is it your jam? Because it's the only fucking thing that you guys do to sell. They do a lot of the mindset shit for manipulating people. And hello, have a great day at work, Wendy. I'm loving my new work. And come and watch us on Sunday when we roast paparazzi. Well, Saturday afternoon for you. But have a great day at work. Yeah. The only tactic they have is ads. And what else? What can you say about, like, what else are you going to say about the ads? Do ads on Facebook. Maybe about what the content is. I don't know, but they all look the same to me. I have a video somewhere about how to spot Enagic ads on Facebook. They use the same language. There's usually legacy, freedom, online, masterclass. There's keywords that they all use, and you can spot it from a mile away. And it's usually one of those ones that has different fonts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they do it. I've never known how to do different fonts in Facebook, but it'll have like a weird little different sort of font to the rest of it, and it'll be ridiculously long with a picture of your family or something like that. Yeah, he has 30 minutes, wants to make a coffee, but still walking around with the camera. Yeah, yep. He's a busy man. Not.
Try to balance this here on the K8 if I can. I don't know if I can. We'll see how we go.
Would you like to invest in a tripod? Like, I have this thing, right? It's a magnetic stand. Okay. And I can stick it to like anything. This is from Kmart. This is Australian Kmart. Like, for the Americans, Kmart is similar to Target, so like where you go for your cheap stuff. Well, not so much anymore with tariffs in America. Sorry about it. Not really, but it's not your fault. It's some people's fault. Okay, some people's fault in America. But thanks, big ups to America, though. Big ups, because if it wasn't for you, we would have been looking at Potato Voldemort as our Prime Minister. But you really took one for the team on us, that one. Yeah, thank you. Don't love Albanese because he's been sponsoring the genocide. And sorry, I meant to lead with this. This is not a fun thing to say. Netanyahu has basically announced that they're taking Gaza. Okay. When the Nazis decided to finish off the Jews, right? What they did, they had a secret meeting in Wannsee. You can drive past it on tours around Berlin. I have seen it. And they use this wording: we are undertaking the final solution to the Jewish problem, right? That was them saying, we're going to kill all the Jews that we can. Okay, they hid it. You won't find Hitler's name on anything that, like, he signed off on killing the Jews. Yes, he complained about them, but he didn't order like, it was hidden because it's an unconscionable act of genocide, and it was the Holocaust, right? Benjamin Netanyahu, I refuse to call him by his cute little nickname. He's a monster. I think he's worse than Hitler. Because Hitler cared about his people, sort of, a bit, white Germans. Netanyahu doesn't. They killed people. There's a Hannibal directive that they have, and they will kill Israeli people instead of get them kidnapped by Hamas. Anyway, Netanyahu just announced, hey, we're going to get rid of all that stuff in Gaza. We're taking it. Thank you. It's over for them. And the world is doing what? Nothing. Yeah, go for it. The history books will not be kind to the people who didn't speak up. Biden started this. Fuck Biden and fuck his Blinken, fuck all of the people who propped him up while he was like losing cognitive, clarity to co-sign the genocide, and fuck Trump, fuck them all. Anyway, yep. And the thing is, they actually by doing this genocide in Gaza, guess there will never be the Holocaust alone anymore. It will always now be mentioned with the genocide of Gaza because they have hauled them into that, and it's disgusting. Yeah, as if being the ninth generation of Holocaust survivor justifies everything they do. It doesn't, and nothing does. Nothing justifies the genocide. And like, I've been to concentration camps. I've been to the Holocaust Memorial in Berlin. I've been to Germany twice because I love that history so much. And they are shitting all over the people who died in that. And fuck Bibi Netanyahu. Fucking, I called him the name. Anyway, all right. That's why my background is Free Palestine. I wanted to find one that says Save Palestine. Exactly the same, William. They are exactly the same, and they're propped up by American Christian Zionists. And the reason why the Christian Zionists want them to exist is because they believe that when the Jews all return to one place, i.e., Israel, that's when the rapture is going to happen, and Jesus will return, and actually all the Israelis will die, or all the Jewish people would die, because Jesus is back. So they're doing it out of anti-Semitism. It's the cognitive dissonance some people must have is crazy. Similar to being in an MLM. Let's bring it back to MLMs. I just wanted to mention that because a lot of people say, what would you do in a genocide? Well, whatever you would do in the Holocaust, you're doing it. You're doing it. All right. Brodie sucks. He's not as bad as Netanyahu, though, okay? Let's just make that clear. All right. Brodie likes cultural appropriation. However, not as bad as Netanyahu. That can be my quote. That's terrible. I'm sorry. He's just, compared to Netanyahu, he is a kitten,
All right. Got to get myself a mug.
Oh, also, sorry, I forgot to say that all started because of tariffs. This was $2 at Kmart. He could have this. He exists, I think he lives in Brisbane, which is where I live. Brisbane's big, it's like a city. What if I saw him? What would I do? Because he wouldn't know me. Could I do something like accidentally run into him? Like, oh, sorry, are you okay?
So, Online Empires, this is my favourite coffee satchel, the Before You Speak. Most normal coffee renders me fucking speechless. I can't even talk on it. If you've got any questions about your business, put it in the comments section.
What is normal coffee compared to what was that? He just like shook it at the, I don't want to go back too far. Oh, I've gone too far.
Questions down there. Daniel?
No, I didn't go back far enough. Okay, 247 is where it was. Okay, I'll see if I can see it, right?
Can't even talk on it.
No, I need to go back. I'm not famous. You're correct. I've got 5,000 followers on Instagram, William. How dare you? They're all bots, probably sent by Brodie. No, we've got about 500 followers. Okay, that's all right.
Anything like that, put it here and I'll answer it. Specifically, anything about ads and marketing and stuff is definitely my jam. I'll try to balance this here on the K8 if I can. I don't know if I can. We'll see how we go. All right. Got to get myself a mug.
Thrilling.
So, Online Empires, this is my favourite.
It's backwards. Yeah, I can't see what that is. What that was not worth
Coffee
going back. I apologize.
satchel, the before you speak. Most normal coffee renders me fucking speechless. I can't even talk on it.
He's real professional too with his fucking speech. Is this a business live? Is that what we're on?
If you've got any questions about your business, put it in the comment section. I'm going to start running maybe daily free forums here on the Instagram live. So if
Do you mean a forum? Is that what you mean? I'd like to ask you about your forums.
invite your teams to the Online Empire Instagram page, because you can literally ask me anything about your business. So I do usually charge $1,000 for a Zoom call where you can ask me anything about. I look over your ads. I can help you invest into stocks.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. $1,000 to ask him questions. Who paid? Stop paying this man. Excuse me. That's ridiculous. That's unconscionable. Okay. Maybe he's as bad as Netanyahu. No, that's a joke. Sorry. It's grim, people. Trying to just lighten it up a little bit.
Or property. We can look over your lead conversations. We can do an overhaul of your business. But this is a space where I can't work one-on-one with you, but you can put your questions down there. Daniel, Joanna, Tate, what's going on? Any questions about the business, put them in the comment section. Manu, if you're still on here, brother, I'd love for you to share some wins from your Enagic business. I know before you started this, you'd moved from Samoa, tough life, to New Zealand, made it to Australia, then you were working your ass off, and last I heard you're doing $20,000 a month, so share some.
Yeah, how long does that last? How much is the investment? Did he pay for a $1,000 coaching call, which you're not actually supposed to do according to Enagic contracts that they sign, terms and conditions? Yeah? I only know that because of Pork Soda. Shout out. He's the king. But yeah. How bold is Brodie to go, yeah, he was in Samoa. That's how most Samoans pronounce it, Samoa. And now he's scamming with you. The way these people take advantage of desperate people. Gross.
Wins in the chat, my bro. So, I always mix my coffees with a bit of ghee butter. It helps. Riker decided to do a piss while I'm doing a live, so you might be able to all hear him doing a wee.
The fuck? Is that his kid? Is he talking about his kid? Why do you want to talk about that? Put him on blast? I don't care who's having a pee. Give him some fucking privacy. That's weird. And the ghee butter? Does ghee butter have a taste? I've never had it. Can anyone sound off in the in the chat or in the replay. Shout out to the replay.
Thanks, son.
Yeah, the sun. Bro. Hey. Brodie. Can you please not mention that your son's taking a piss while you're having a live? Kind of embarrassing. I don't want to really know that I could be hearing a kid pee. That's not relatable. That's fucking weird. I wouldn't like that if I was the mother. Ooh, what's it like, William? Okay, if you pay $5,000 for the machine, 7% of your payment will go to distributors' commission and bonuses for 6A2-3 to 6A2-7 top leaders, and 30% goes to the company. Exactly. A machine often marketed for a staggering $5,000 or more has surprisingly low factory costs, typically under $350. That's wild. The markup. Why does it have to be so expensive when there are other ways of getting alkaline water if that's your bag? Because of the MLM. And I think, Erwin, you were telling me, was it you in the comments telling me that Enagic is not actually 50 years old? I haven't got back to research that. I need to. I think it was around, but it didn't become an MLM until 1998 or something like that. Ah, okay. It's less oily, fatty compared to normal butter, in my opinion. Oh, it feels. But does it have a taste? What's the taste? I don't know. Like, I don't mind butter in like porridge. I like a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of butter, a little bit of milk in the porridge. Delicious.
The McKinnons, legends. If you guys could ask me anything about ads, marketing, sales.
I thought it was funny at first when he was saying arts, but now I'm just like, it's infuriating because this man is seen as a touchstone of knowledge and he can't even speak properly.
Investing, anything, put it inside the comment section, my bro. So those McKinnons actually spoke at the last Online Empires event. We did a free, catered Online Empire event in Melbourne with over 100 people. It was
Oh, yeah, it's free, is it? Did you write it off as a tax expense? And did you actually fucking like get anything out of it? Of course you did. That's love bombing, sir. You just paid to love bomb people. Oh, okay. Also, he's got no milk in the fridge. The only liquid that you can have is alkaline water. You can mix it with stuff, but you can only have alkaline water. Otherwise, you're a traitor to Enagic.
4A and above, but you could bring 2 of anyone else in your team who wasn't 4A that you felt like deserved to be there, like they were putting in the work and the effort. So
4A and above. Oh my lord. What a manipulation. Yeah, so they did have to do something. That's not free. They had to sell the products and like recruit people and join and stuff like that. Run ads to get the 4A.
that was really, really cool to have that many success stories in one beautiful Airbnb in Melbourne. Less adventures, what's going on? So, anyway, guys, you will get as much out of this call as you're prepared to play.
You'll get as much out of this call as you're willing to play? What the fuck does that mean? Oh no. I think I realized it before when he did the video. He didn't have a beard yet. From the graveyard, and I was like, oh no, he's not very smart. and I'm having that awareness right now. He's not very smart. This isn't a call. You're on an Instagram live, dickhead.
I've been running my Enagic business now for 7.5 years.
Yeah, and guess what? That means that like he's going to be successful and you're not.
Built an online platform to help other Enagic distributors build their business too. I might add a bit of cold water to this, otherwise. Does anyone else not love super hot fucking coffee, or is it just me? My friend Ash and business partner, he's the expert behind Online Empires. He built all the tech for the funnels to make sure everything tracks correctly. You can see your income you're getting paid from OE every single month. The design of the sales funnels, you can drive traffic straight to. He built all that. He loves his coffee. He asks for extra hot, and I couldn't think of anything worse. But I'm going to get some...
Yeah, does anyone else not like super hot coffee? No, like, of course people don't want to burn their fucking mouth, you idiot. And that's why most people put milk in it. Americans, I'm sorry to let you know about this, but we put milk in our coffee and tea. I don't know what you guys do. Like, do you know how much I want to try coffee creamer? Like, I'm gonna try and find it somewhere in this town, because Brisbane is like a city, like usually in the bigger city. We got a Costco. I was gonna DoorDash something last night, and I realized that we got a Costco close to here, so I was excited about that. Um, Coffee creamer. Yeah, lukewarm coffee is not great. Warm, like just hot coffee. Like, what are you talking about? It needs to be like not boiling out of the kettle. What are you talking about? And also, a lot of people ask for extra hot coffee if they're like taking it with them. Like they'll just because maybe they're not drinking it straight away. I know. I think I've done it like once or twice before, just to so that I could grab it, put it in the car, or like walk somewhere and then drink it when I got there, and it'd be still pretty hot. Sorry, we are having this conversation about hot coffee, and it's like, who cares? Hello, Holly. Sorry for shouting. Um, and this, on top of selling products, pay to go to conference where it's an all-day love carpet bombings. Yep. At his Airbnb, which he has claimed before to be his house. This man has claimed, no, he hasn't claimed it right, but other people have said, "Oh, I really like your house, mate." And he's like, "Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?" And it's been an Airbnb, so he's taking credit for having a fancy house. Ask him about that.
Water out of my machine here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You already had water out of the machine? Isn't that what was in your kettle?
Compton Water 9.5.
Dad's Gone Digital. What a great name. What a great name for a brand. All right.
Dad's Gone Digital? That sounds like Girls Gone Wild, but it's like really shit. It's just like silent, stinky men in one room. Same, William. I haven't had a takeaway coffee in a long time, but I do like a 7-Eleven takeaway coffee.
We'll dilute that coffee a bit so it's not so bloody hot. The McKinnons. We have leveled up so much since being with your guidance and mentorship. One thing I'd ask is, what is
Being with your guidance. These people aren't teaching each other how to level up at all. Well, not level up with their language.
the most important lesson you have learnt with building wealth online? Oh, I love this.
Ooh, prediction. Go your own way. Okay? Go your own. Yeah, Holly. It's complicated. The coffee problem. the coffee problem is complicated. It just came out of the kettle. And he said, who else doesn't like super hot coffee? Him. He's going to add some water to it. Yeah, good. Like, as I said, most Australians add cold milk to it, mate. He's obviously not doing that. But yes, my prediction is go your own way. If people don't support you, you just need to get over it, okay? I had people telling me this is a scam, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I know. Very strange. Very strange.
Let me just find a little chair.
You said you were going to do this like every day and it was going to be like part of your business thing. You haven't even got a chair? Bro, I have no furniture, right? None. I got 2 dog crates and a blow up bed. Okay? I went to IKEA and bought 2 chairs because I knew that I wanted to stream. All right? And I didn't want to stream standing up, or I knew I wanted to eat dinner as well, not just stream. I knew I wanted to sit down. Okay. I do have an esky as well. What do Americans call eskies? Coolers? Like big, like not a cooler. Yeah, not a can coolie, like a cooler. Yeah. I think that's what you call them.
Set that up. It's quite a loaded question. And I'm going to assume most of you are already in Enagic because I think the first step to creating wealth. I just moved into this place, so I'm not sure how to use all the furniture yet.
What? He's just moved into this place, so he's not sure how to use the furniture yet. I just moved into this place. It didn't have furniture. Are you in an Airbnb? Why do you keep staying in Airbnbs, bro? Interesting.
Gorgeous, gorgeous house. This street. Anyone who's been in my place, I invite a lot of the team over. You drive in. It's this beautiful street. It's green. It's lush. There's ducks and bloody all kinds of birds and kookaburras and fucking grateful. I tell you now, I should not have this life. So
True. I agree. I agree with you, Brodie. You don't deserve this life because you're a scammer, in my opinion. You got to where you are because you scam people, because they invest a lot of money and you get paid. Gross. Oh, what did he say? What did I just hear? That he's not in his own place? I don't know, because he said we just moved in here. I don't know how to use the furniture yet. I don't know what it means. Yeah. I don't know if it's his own place. I'm just saying that he has stayed in a lot of Airbnbs. And if he just moved in, then how does the team come over and spend time there? Do you know what? It's really green at my house too, because we've had a lot of rain. When my furniture gets here next week, I'm looking forward to mowing because the dogs are struggling in the long grass, because there's condensation on the grass in the mornings, and dash hounds don't like to get their little footsies wet and their bellies touch the grass and water. Yeah. He said he doesn't know how to use the furniture yet. Yep. Mhm. I don't think I've ever said that about furniture, you know? I don't know how to use the furniture yet. But what's that got to do with the chair? Isn't a chair pretty self-explanatory? Oh, I need to do a conflict of interest to say I told my head of department that I have a YouTube channel, but and the person who I sit next to, lovely, lovely person, she knew Illuminati. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's a fraud. But I do similar stuff. So that was exciting. It's very strange, William. Absolutely.
Building wealth online. I don't like mine hot, mate. Building wealth online. Building wealth in general. Thank you, Mr. K8. Look, I think wealth. It depends on the definition of wealth. I imagine wealth is really like a deep, deep amount of money, you know, where there's a shit ton there, you don't have to think about it, and you're able to have a lot of choice to invest in things that's going to create more wealth. So I think that
What the fuck? It's really having online. I don't have any words because that was maybe one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Okay. Let's let him cook. God help us.
there's money and income, and then I would say wealth on a financial standpoint is the ability to use that money to create lots more of it, and that
It's not fair. It's not fair to laugh at him. I'm feeling bad now because oh my God. He's not very smart. He's not very smart at all. Oh my God. Hmm. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Um. Wealth is financial, Brody. Wealth is financial. Just saying, like they're pretty synonymous with each other. Although, like it is a homonym, like so it's got different meanings. So there's a wealth of knowledge, which means a lot. So, which let's just use it in another sentence. Brody does not have a wealth of knowledge. Thanks. I know. He said he was going to do this every day. He said he was going to do it every day. Oh God. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. The filler words. Don't we love them? Look, do I have filler words? I don't know. Don't give me a hard time. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I do. Uh, see? Oh God. I'm afraid of what he's going to say next because it's so dumb.
that your money grows so much faster than you could ever spend it, right? I would say that's wealth. And how to create it? Well, first you need to improve your income. So some people in this Enagic business, they've got lots of things going on. They're trying ads, they're trying to talk to leads, and sometimes they're not really running ads because they've got no money for ads and all the rest of it because they haven't worked for a few weeks. And I just say to
Yeah. Hey, good points. Can't run ads because I don't have any money because I don't get paid unless I sell one of these shitty machines to some other sucker, right? You just have to be not the last guy who buys it. You got to keep that chain going. And Enagic, I think Vanessa, shout out to Vanessa, go like her channel. I think Vanessa's going to do a comp plan video for me. I think she's taking pity on me because I don't understand comp plans. Yeah, he does it feels like he is trying to meet a word count, but they get priced out of commission. So once one of their reps goes 8 levels deep, they don't get paid commission on that rep anymore, right? So that means these people have to keep recruiting. You know, that's why everybody's like, oh, we're not like other MLMs and blah blah blah. And yeah, because you have Tony Van Shoy or freaking Courtney Shortney who went to champ or whatever the top one is, legend at Prove It without recruiting anybody, just purely on her downline. These guys don't have that. That's why they're doing this shit. They have to keep recruiting to keep the money in their pocket.
People, the first thing that you need to fix is your current money situation. You need to go get.
Yeah, how do we do that, dickhead? If you haven't been working, what is he going to say? Get a loan, sell everything.
Extra work and extra hours so you can put in.
How fucking dare he? This fucking guy. You go get more work to buy ads so I can get paid. Dickhead.
An extra couple $100 a week, because definitely if you're on decent money, you've got the advantage because you can put more money into your ads. But if someone else is putting more time, energy, and effort into their ads, they can put in less money and their ads might work just as well. But once you're.
What's the difference? How do you know? How do you make that difference? How can you make better ads? Can you tell us any of that, Brodie? I bet you can't.
Your ads are working well, you want to be able to scale them so you can talk to as many people as possible, because that's how you build this business. It's not by trying to sell, convince, or persuade. It's by getting good at marketing, by trying lots of stuff. And some people get lucky and their first ads just fucking get some hundreds of leads and they don't.
All you have is advertising on social media. And most people know that the water filter thing is an MLM. And I think most people are going into it knowing, yeah, this is a scam, but I'm going to win at the scam. And I think that Brodie's one of those. But that's just my opinion. Look at my name. It's just my opinion.
Don't even have to be good at talking, because if you speak to 100 people.
No, you do not have to be good at talking. Just ask Brodie.
You're going to find those people that you couldn't have said the wrong thing to. They're just going to love this opportunity and get started. And you can definitely build your business off them. I didn't build my Enagic business to well over 10,000 people in my team based on trying to convince no customers.
Gross. He has 10,000 people in the team, which means that Christy and Clint also have those people. It's getting saturated, isn't it, Brodie? That's why we're seeing more of him. We haven't seen him much. He's poked his head up. So's Kylie. So's Christy. Christy X Ord. She keeps on saying shit like, oh, I'm offering this like one-off mentorship. It's worth $5,000. And she says it over and over. This is the last time I'm offering a mentorship. People pay a lot of money for this. Brodie says they pay me $1,000 for these calls. Bullshit. You're all struggling and we know it. I don't know if he makes PowerPoints, but guess what? I'm making a PowerPoint for the paparazzi, the downfall of paparazzi on Sunday for the Australians, Saturday afternoon for the Americans. It's going to be a fun time with the Clown Town and paparazzi expert Savannah Marie. It was a nothing burger, and marketing is not about persuasion for real. Yeah, no. It's not about selling. Selling isn't about selling. Are you kidding? God, this guy. I cannot believe so many people have joined up thinking this man. I'm concerned for the human race. I mean, generally, things are pretty shit, but
Say yes. I just got really good at sifting and sorting and finding the yes customers. But back to your question about creating.
How? That's what they need to know, Brodie.
Wealth. First, you need to increase your income, which means, and have another stream of income like doing Enagic. It completely changed my life. Without an.
You need to find an income stream and then find something that's going to take away that income, like Enagic. Yeah, great fucking advice. Did it change your life? Great. How? Let we know. He's not going to say that. Ooh, oh my God. That is so exciting. That's very exciting. Well worth missing it. Yes, watch the replay, but that's so exciting.
Enagic, I wouldn't have the properties, I wouldn't have the stocks, I wouldn't have the partner, I wouldn't have the family, I wouldn't have the freedom, I wouldn't have traveled the world. It all
I'm sorry, what? You wouldn't have the partner and the family? Isn't your son like older than 7? That's before that's when you joined Enagic. I thought that he was. Oh, nibbling is a gender neutral term for a nephew or a niece. Like sometimes people use it if they don't know the sex assigned at birth or sex given or whatever. I'm trying to be, neutral with my language there. Great, Brodie. Tell us again about all the things you've fucking done.
started with Enagic, getting that extra income. But then, when I looked at other people when I was getting started who were dash threes and dash fours, a lot of them did not invest their money. Now, I was broke when I started, but I knew if I had the same opportunity as they did, that I wouldn't spend all my money on stuff. I've had some fun, I've bought some supercars, all the rest of it, but I sold it and now I drive around in a very modest car. It'd be lucky to be worth 40 grand. Even my partner, thank the Lord she's not super materialistic, her car's cheap. It's like a $30,000 car.
Brodie, that's not a cheap car. Like a cheap car is like 10, 15 grand, maybe 20. It's not an expensive car, but it's reasonable, Um, very nice, Holly. But that's going to be very exciting. So you did spend that money, but now like, oh, you're going to be like them and blow all their money. Okay. Did you spend money on Airbnbs to host a fucking like love fest or whatever? Yeah, no, it's not a cheap car. I'm just saying, like, it's not. Um, it's a fair car, like, you know. Um, but you do seem to want to flex, like, look at my nice house. So, are you materialistic or not? And how is that about succeeding in the business? It's not. You're just telling us a fucking story.
And yet, multiple six figures a year, I get paid from Enagic. Multiple six figures a year again, I would say my assets earn me each year. But it's being smart with what you spend that.
Fuck landlords. Fuck this guy. Do you really have... If you own houses, why are you moving around so much? And some of these people lie. Maybe Brodie's not lying. I don't know. I don't know if he would be lying about this, but somebody contacted me on TikTok like a year ago, was saying that they knew somebody who was like, oh, I'm earning 30 grand a month. And they turned around the next month and asked that person for a loan. And they're like, hang on, you told me you were earning 30 grand a month. And they're like, oh no, it's not me. Someone else in the company is though. I don't know whether to believe him or not.
Money on and making your money make you money. So the first thing I did to make more money was I started in Enagic. I focused on sharing this opportunity with as many people as possible. I got my income from $3,500 a month in construction because I was just a labourer, I didn't have a trade, to at least $30,000 a month just selling Enagic. And then I did that consistently until I was in a position to buy a house, and I teamed up with a buyer's agent who was the cousin of a downline of mine in Sydney.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. And everybody wins on that. How funny. 30K a month. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much do your ads cost? Yep, like William said. So how much do your ads cost? And no shit, Sherlock, you're a labourer. Like, I cannot imagine somebody who is not so clever on a work site being in charge. He shouldn't be in charge of, like, he shouldn't be a lollipop lady, let alone be in charge of fucking people in Enagic. Um, Good night, Holly. Uh, for the Americans, a lollipop lady is, or a lollipop person, is, it does sound a bit too convenient. You're right. Is, they are crossing guard. That's what I think Americans go. Like they stop the traffic so people can cross. And because they hold a sign that kind of looks like a lollipop, they call them a lollipop. They used to be a lady, but anybody can be a lollipop person. So, yeah.
I bought my first property in Ripley, Brisbane for $465,000 house and land.
God, I can see who owns my house, and they are definitely not Brodie. Sell Nitro. So I'm glad of that because I live close to that area and fuck landlords.
If you know the area now, it's difficult to find a nice 4-bedroom home for under $750. So as you can see,
Wrong. Wrong. Ripley's not that good. Ripley's it's in the south, dude. Nowhere. Everybody knows the south side of Brisbane is not the prestige. Everyone knows the coast and north, dude.
it's $250,000 capital growth just in that first investment, right? Now, I bought that property maybe 5 years ago or something like that. But in that 5 years,
Why don't you know? When did you buy it? Exactly.
my initial investment of to get into that house was probably 100 grand, but it shouldn't have cost me that much. But the reason why I had to put up so much upfront capital was because I'd only been doing Enagic for like a year and a half. The banks and brokers don't like to finance small businesses like that without.
Wrong. They don't like to finance people who are in fucking MLMs because it's a scam, dude, in my opinion. It's not a reliable source of income. You're a contracted salesperson. No, you aren't being discriminated against. And this is hard to follow. He does appear to be running his Enagic business through a sales funnel rather than directly with the Enagic office. Does that make a difference with how much? So then he mainly people are signing up under him. How does that work? Because I'm not sure. And this sounds like bullshit.
2 years of proof that you can run a business. So I had to do a low doc loan. So I was a higher risk. So I was
Yeah, so that means you get like huge interest. Yeah, exactly. Being in an MLM is not the same as small business. What a pile of shit.
paying something like nearly 7% interest 5 years ago. And I had to pay like $100,000 just to get into the place. But now that property's up $250,000. And what I love about property is you don't just make money on your money that you put into it. Let's say you put in 100 grand, you borrow $600,000, just example, and the house goes up 10% a year. You're earning 10% on the entire amount, the whole 700, not just your 100 you put in. So that's leveraged, right? Same as Enagic. Enagic's leveraged because you can make.
Oh, no, it's not the same as Enagic. Real estate and Enagic are not the same. No, that is not an accurate comparison. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Money beyond the efforts of just yourself. and you make surprise money. I shared it the other day.
You make surprise money? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you are able to function as a human, honestly. Like, you don't make surprise money. You get bonuses off of people. You get a quarterly bonus that's a legacy. That's passive, except you have to sell at least one thing a year, but most people do sell it because they get priced out of commissions, right? Like, how ridiculous.
In the cafe, one of my downlines, Jack, who consistently gets anywhere from $20,000 to $70,000 a month.
Sure, Jack Riddell. What a joke. Oh my God. These guys, they're pathetic, honestly. I think this is a house of cards. That's just my opinion. I think it's just propped up on freaking testosterone and lies and fucking moving money around in probably crypto. That's just my opinion. That's my name today, Tish, in my opinion. Okay, it's just my opinion.
Right? Give or take, depending on the season, if ads are up or down, teams producing or not. But either way, great income. He just got an email. He got like, I don't know, 5 grand or 10 grand surprise. He didn't realize he was going to get because now he's a 6A2 and he's getting group, volume bonuses. So I thought, oh, I'll check my phone. And I'd got like 38 grand that day that I wasn't expecting. That's leveraged income. It's not 38 grand worth of sales.
No, it's not leveraged income, dickhead. It's commission. Like, that's commission. That is your commission, dickhead. Unless it is some other like founders, like they go into the like pool amount or something like that. But that happens. It's in the compensation plan. There is no fucking way that Enagic would give you money that wasn't specifically stated in the compensation plan. Not a chance in hell. They will. There's a reason why people set up MLMs, why the corporate people are billionaires, right? Because they're ripping you off as well, which I don't care. Get fucked. But they are never going to give you money that they haven't expressly said is going to be given. Ever, ever. Dream on.
I made because I turned my ads off. I turned my Instagram off. This is just a business Instagram I use to inspire the online empire community and help them create wealth, create ads, learn more about marketing because I know that's such a thing.
This was like dead. The Instagram was dead for like, it hadn't had any posts for years. And then he just started using it like all of a sudden. Why is that? Is it because you're all actively recruiting your competition, which is what MLMs do, especially this, because it is getting saturated in Australia, right? Because you're all telling each other, all in competition, everybody's got an ad, and that's what they say. They put an ad out. And guess what? Your ad is up against Jack the Liar's ad, in my opinion. Fucking James the Drongo, in my opinion. He and the guy who will fucking fold us, if he saw us in the street. Your ad's up against all those people. So yeah, I don't know why you would start using an account unless you were really desperate. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's what he's doing. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. I might have to pass that on to Pork So. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. I forgot to plug in my phone. My phone is my modem at the moment. Sorry, I'm hotspotting. I apologize. I looked into getting the internet put on, and I'm like, if I can stream, it doesn't really matter. Like, it is a little bit slower in uploading videos, but not much. I was surprised. So here I am. And even when I run out of data, it just slows down and it's actually not that slow. Okay, sorry. Oh, I'm gonna have to start again. We didn't get very far into the video. Let me just add it again. Oh god, we have to watch this fucking. No,
Good, mate.
he was the one talking, and it sounded like he was at the beginning. That was gross. Why did he do that? Okay. He's sitting
Selling
down.
Enagic, and then I did that consistently until I was in a position to buy a house, and I teamed up with a buyer's agent. Maybe my second one. I built
Okay, a little bit before this.
Instagram off. This is just a business Instagram I use to
Oh,
inspire
yeah.
the online empire community and help them create wealth, create ads, learn more about marketing, because I know that's such
Are you inspired? I'm so inspired to continue being anti-MLM.
a thing that people need, is to learn how to create ads to reach people they don't know, to share this opportunity with, to build their team. Yeah, well, you probably don't suck. You probably just don't know what you're looking for.
I thought that you weren't taking questions where people complained. Is that a complaint? Oh, I suck. You probably don't suck. That's true. They probably don't suck. MLMs are just MLMs suck. Let's try that.
What metrics to read, and that's why it's important to show up to the Online Empire calls, any live trainings, any special guests, asking questions, asking, in the Online Empire's platform, we've got to.
This is a live training, and he's been asking people have asked questions, but I'm not hearing too many answers, to be honest. He talked about finances and wealth, and I have houses and can't get a loan because it's like that. Ask me about it.
Feedback tab. Put some feedback in there. Ask some questions. Those questions come to me. They come to Ash. They come to professionals in the space. I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad right now, and everything you just said resonated so much with that book. Learning the difference between assets and liabilities changes direction massively. Yeah, it does.
Humans were a mistake, honestly. Learning the difference between assets and liabilities is a game changer. Yep. Did anyone play, like, I don't know, trying to think, like Monopoly, fucking even The Sims? Yeah. Most people know what that is without reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. What the fuck does it have to do with what Brody just said, BT dubs?
For example, I bought a house that. Let me just see if there's any other comments. Oh fuck! I'm about to drop.
Just answer the fuck. Why do you have to look at the comments? Just go one question at a time. I don't know. Have you ever done a Q&A?
That phone, I think. Is that it? Okay. So I bought a property, another property. Was that my second property?
Fuck landlord.
Maybe my second one. I built.
Why don't you know? Why don't you know? If I had a list of assets, I would know where they are. Like, my assets are now DVDs. like without their cases. I've got a vintage typewriter. And I've been thinking about my house, my old house, because I've got like a box downstairs, and I'm like, I'm hoping no one's gotten into that box. And I'm hoping that my Canon camera isn't in that box because I'm gonna steal it. Anyway, yeah, what says because it's an asset, William. I bought my second house. You asked me about nothing. You told me you read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm going to talk about a house I bought.
I got the land was $500, and the build was $670,000, somewhere along those lines, to build with Metricon.
Anyone else get the vibes that he just made those up? Where was this, Brodie? He would have like some documentation on this because you have to apply for permits, stuff like that. Might have to look into them.
Which is an expensive build, but I thought I was going to live in this house forever. Anyway, the house took a long time to build. I think it was all during COVID. So it took ages. And then once it was built, I realized I don't even want to live in this area. So now I'm stuck with this house. Now that house went up a lot in value in a year. When I bought, that area was down 10%, right? North Brisbane. Within a year, it went up 47% because of COVID, and then so forth. So now that's almost a $2 million property. I've never lived in it. Now, it might be a $2 million property, and if I sold it, I'd make a bunch of money. But until that day, it's actually costing me a lot. It's not that smart of an investment. Before the interest cuts.
What the fuck? So don't do what you did? What are you talking about? Yeah, COVID. Everything COVID. COVID. Don't act like Queensland was locked down in COVID, dude. Queensland was pretty fucking, like, it was not too bad. Maybe Brisbane was a little bit hectic, but not as bad as the rest of the world. Yeah, 750K to 2 million. No, William, you forgot that it was 500 for the land and 670 for the build. So that's $1,370,000. So it's only gone up less than, I don't know, not as much as he was saying.
I think I was paying $8,000 a month in mortgage repayments, and that's on a property I put up well over $100,000 to get into it. So it was costing me money every single month to own it. However, not living in it, I was able to claim the interest, but you're not getting money. You're not making money because of the interest. You're just paying less income tax. But if the whole goal is to pay less tax, I mean, the focus should be always make more money.
What the fuck? People think this man is smart. People think he's a fountain of knowledge for success in finances because he's at the top of an MLM. He's not even at the top, but he's in like oh my God. I don't think I've ever talked about someone who's not that smart. This man is not smart and should not be giving any fucking advice on anything. Like I said, he shouldn't even be a fucking lollipop lady. My God. Oh, wow. Don't worry about paying tax. Just get more income. Are you fucking joking? Man.
Making more money solves most problems if you don't spend your money on shit. You pay the tax man, but you've got a creative accountant, and any chance you get.
What was that? What'd you say? Did you just say you've got a creative accountant? That's really interesting. So on a public account, you admitted to having a creative accountant for tax reasons. Oh, that's really interesting, Brodie. I wonder if the Australian tax, what does the O stand for in Australian tax organisation? I wonder what the ATO would think about that. Maybe they need a little tip, because I think Brodie's got some money to spend, because I suspect that it was Brodie who sent the bots after myself and a few other creators. So, yeah. Interesting, Brodie. Yeah, ATO, the Australian Tax Organisation. I think that's what it is.
Don't worry about what anyone else thinks about the car you're driving or anything like that. Invest that money into something. That's something that Nathan's done very, very well in our team, him and his partner, who are also incredible distributors in this business. So, yeah, if anyone, that was a question on wealth, but if anyone's got any other questions on ads.
What? Was it? What question? What are you talking about? When was that? That was ages ago that somebody asked about wealth. Somebody made another comment about, is this related to Rich Dad Poor Dad? I'm not keeping up. I have to go and get these glasses refitted because they slide.
When to scale, how to split test, and the more descriptive you are with your question, the more I'll be able to help you. Legend, what's going on? Joanna, awesome. And even myself, Joanna, I'm very good at making ads.
No, you're not. You're not good at anything. It's an embarrassment that you are the leader. Oh, Office. Thanks, William. It is Office, the Australian Tax Office. I'm such a doofus. I'm dumber than Brodie. No, I'm not. But, yeah. Answering that question about wealth, let me talk about all the things I bought. Here's how I flex my money. But don't worry about what car you're driving. Okay. Yeah. He's not good at ads. I haven't seen any of his ads, but if this is what he's like, oh no, I've seen one of his ads, which is the one in the graveyard. It was disgusting, and he should be ashamed of himself.
But it's not because I'm good at creating them, which I am.
Wait, you're not?
A little bit. It's good because...
No, you're not. You're terrible. You're not creative, you're boring, and you're not very smart. You're lucky. That's it. And people think that, like, because you're this rank, if they are associated with you, they can get that. And that's your manipulation. So you're lucky, you're manipulative, and you don't care that you're scamming people, in my opinion. So you don't have any morals. That's why you're successful, not for any other reason.
I've got the discipline and mindset that I know what it takes to find the winning campaign. I know, even for myself, it's not always going to happen the first ad I put up in the first campaign I push publish and I'm getting $2 messages. No, likely, especially if it's just one ad, it's going to be, I've got enough.
Do you want to finish a thought? Because you're saying that this is training and you can't even finish a fucking sentence.
Experience now that it should be profitable, the first thing I put up, but I really want...
It's not, because it's pure luck. It's dumb luck. Like, this is quintessential dumb luck, because they want what you've got, and you are saying you can become a millionaire like I am. Maybe not in those words, but he's going to flex it in other ways. All of that shit that he's saying is a income claim as well. So this should probably go to Enagic's compliance.
I really want it to be profitable and lucrative. So I want to get my messages down to sub $3 a message. And then I want to scale that campaign 20% every 3 or 4 days to be safe. Because sometimes people get a great ad and they double their budget. But then it's too much of a big change for Meta. And then the algorithm kind of forgets what it was doing and where it was putting your ad in front of, and you can stuff the campaign.
Oh, really? Is it possible? Because I know people have reported your ads before, Brodie, and other Enagic people. Is it possible that they've worked out you're a fucking MLM and they stopped pushing it out? That's possible. Yeah. I mean, Meta must be making a killing on this, you know? And that's why, like, they'll never really crack down on MLMs because they make a lot of money off MLMs. Advertising, you know, a lot. And he may be talking, you know, $2, $3. That's not what they want you to invest in. It's a lot more. They want you to put a lot more money into it for possibly no return. But it's not about that. You got to just keep on going because a lot of people will say, I've put my ads out and I'm not getting any interest. Just keep going. That's what they'll say. And then we enter sunk cost fallacy because of all the money that people put in. And it's like, I have to keep going. Otherwise, I wasted all this other money. I was playing, here we go. My name is Tish, and I spent too much money playing the Age of Empires on, like, it was a mobile game, and to, like, graduate, you would have to, like, buy little packs and stuff like that. Man, probably spent hundreds of dollars on that, and it was just for, like, crap in a game. What was I thinking? Anyway, like, people do spend their money on crap, and they, you know, but eventually, like, and I didn't want to give it up because I'm like, oh, then all the other money that I have is just going to be like a waste. But that's the trick. It's like, no, cut it off now and you'll stop spending more money on it. Yep, Lady Luck will dump his ass at the next available opportunity, considering his complete lack of gratitude to it. Yeah, he's like, this is all me. I'm so good at this. Like, I'm just a bit of a gun at advertising. Just ask me.
And I've had many people in my downline who were killing it, and then instead of telling me before they did something, they just did it, and now their campaign's stuffed. So, yeah.
They didn't tell you? But they're their own boss, Brodie. Why do they need to do that? What do you mean? And they were killing it, so they were getting... So was it not successful because they didn't get more? Like, what? It's very vague on purpose. All right, I'm going to go for a little bit longer. God damn it, I've only got through 16 minutes. He's painful. And I'm sorry. I mean, it is a commentary channel.
How you doing, son? What do we help people do? Get rich. That's right, mate.
Gross. That's disgusting. Look at that smug face. Fuck that guy. That poor kid is gonna... What does my dad value? Money. If I don't have money, my dad won't value me. Disgusting. Disgusting.
And rich, it's not just money in the account.
I thought it was about wealth, dickhead.
So, yeah, as I was saying, rich is not money in a bank account. It's just being able to breathe. It's just being able to wake up in the morning. If I want to sleep in, I can. If I want to get up early and grind, I can.
Gross. Really? Oh, must be nice. Yeah, it is nice. So that's a Christopani callback. Why can you do that, Brodie? Because you're a scammer who's manipulated and exploited your downline, in my opinion. Gross.
We can
Yeah.
get the expensive steak.
Do we know how you breathe? How is it? How do you breathe? Thanks, Brodie. Fucking hell,
We
this
want.
guy.
It doesn't matter what electricity company we sign up with. If we save $100, who cares? Just do the quickest one.
Um, yeah, he is trying hard to be deep. Look at him. He's so fucking proud of that. I don't care which electricity company I fucking sign up with. It's just, I just get turned on so quickly. Weird flex, bro. Guess what? You only have the choice in Brisbane. The rest of Queensland has to go with ergon. Like, what a fucking weird flex.
It's not worrying about that stuff, you know.
Yeah, it must be nice because I'm sure everybody else in your fucking downline doesn't have that.
What do you think about the dollar a day method? I forgot what that is. It's been a minute.
Did you ever know? Oh my god, this guy.
Dollar a day, a dollar a day. I know there was the $1.50 strategy by Gary Vee where you would reach out to a bunch of people and message them and all, and I tried that stuff, but that's all organic. I would rather just create cool ads, pay for them. I just want to pay for attention. Let me spend money on this. People ask for info. I've been doing the same shit for 7.5 years.
Yeah, exactly. There's no skill to it. I've been doing the same shit for 7.5 years. There is no skill to this fucking job. I cannot give you any information that's helpful because I'm further up than you. I started before you. You're in my fucking downline paying me to live this fucking life. Yeah. I just do that. I just pay for attention. Yeah. I'm not paying you for attention. But you've got it. Like, what a fucking scumbag this guy. This guy is a scumbag. Honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, Gary Vee. Oh, yeah, Gary Vee. Yeah, Gary Vee's way more successful than you, dude. Way more. These people like Christy, Clint, him, fucking Kylie, Rebecca Elphemia, they all do dodgy shit to get rich. The house of cards will eventually come down. Christy tells the story about how she's fucked up so many times. She got scammed and got some blenders. She's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto. They all have those stories because they're all desperate to get as much money as quickly as they can, and they will do risky things. I don't see this lasting for their lifetimes, you know? I think eventually they will all be like the rest of us, you know. I'm going to leave it there, peeps. He made me a bit angry, I got to tell you. Cuz I think that like just that last thing says it all. I've been doing the same shit for 7.5 years and I'm fucking rich from it. I'm going to poison my son's mind about it, right? And it's not going to work for you because I got there first. You're in direct competition. They never mention that. And he's got a creative accountant, which is really interesting. Ah, that's it. Sorry about the break in transmission. I at the beginning of the stream, I said to myself, I should plug my phone in because it's going to go flat. And I didn't, and it did go flat. So good work, me. Yeah. Um, yeah, that was, I already thought that, like, the name of this video is Let's Lose Brain Cells Together. I was not expecting it to be so dumb. Like, where to the point where I felt bad. Like, I might be mocking somebody who is legitimately has a reason for not being the smartest. Okay. let's just leave it there. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being my chat partner, William. And shout out to Holly and Owen and Wendy. And yeah, check us. I may put out a video before the stream, but I gotta finish the PowerPoint. So I got a bit of work to do. So maybe a video before then. But I would like to finish watching this, even though it did make me feel dumber. Yeah. All right. If you can like and subscribe. Also, I would just like to say that this is all just my opinion, not legal facts, and I have the right to comment in this way based on the law in United States, Canada, and Australia. Thank you. Don't want these people to get litigious. And if they did, they got nothing because this is my opinion. All right. I will see everybody next time. Goodbye now. I'm looking for the thing. Cool. Oh, William. Okay, bye.